everyone, I'm Melea from OurFashionMAP.com. I've had so many of you ask me how I curl my hair, so today that's what we're doing on the video. I'm going to show you how I curl my hair, and the funny thing is when you guys ask me that, I curl my hair probably 4 or 5 different ways depending on the type of curl that I want. So I'm actually going to show all of those to you today, so you guys can decide for yourself which ones you like, which ones you don't like, and how many ways you can actually use a curling iron and get totally different curls. So before we start, I want to talk about the brand of curling iron. You have to have a super hot curling iron or it will not work. Your hair won't curl. So I get the Hot Tools curling iron, if you can see that. I have these in a lot of different sizes because it is the best curling iron ever, especially for the price point. So, you know, if you have like a Conair and it's like $10, $15, the Conairs don't get hot enough. You have to go buy something a little high end. You don't have to spend $100 on a curling iron because I know a lot of people do that and you don't have to, but you need one that's super hot. I mean, if you look on this one, the Hot Tools, they have a dial. My dial is always at the very top, so as high as it can go because my hair is really thick and it can handle that. So when you first get it, play with that adjustment. You don't want to fry your hair off or have it break off, but test with that dial because the hotter it is, the better that curl will go, and then you can let it set after when it cools. Hot Tools curling irons, they are about $40-ish. So it's not super expensive, and if you go to Ulta and use one of their coupons when they have a promotion or like 20% off your entire purchase, coupons that come out like a few times a year, you can get these. They go on sale a lot, so look at your ads and you can buy a few of them or just buy one, whatever you want to do. So the other thing that I want to mention is that your hair is going to curl totally different depending on how long it is. So my hair is long, and yes, this is all my hair. I don't have extensions in. So my hair is going to curl differently than yours because it's very long. So if your hair is long, it's heavier. So a curl might not last as long as it might not last as long, and the curl might not be as tight. So that's why you might want to go smaller in width with a curling iron if your hair is longer. So I'm going to show you the 4 or 5 different ways that I use curling iron. So let's start with the first one. This is a 1.5 Hot Tools curling iron, and there's lots of things you can do, but I'm going to start with just a piece of my hair and give you an idea. So this is just a wrap. You guys have probably seen this where people will just wrap around the outside. I leave my end out for this one. And depending on your hair is how long you'll want to leave it in. I'm going to leave it in a little bit longer so you guys can actually see what kind of curl it gives me. So you guys see that, I'll turn my head this way, see the curl? That is just for the outside, and I can do my entire head like this. And then it also changes depending on whether you let it cool or if it's too tight, you can pull on it and straighten it while it's still hot. If you didn't know, curls will form when it's hot and they'll set when things are cool. So if you can change things while your hair is still hot with any type of curling, then you can change the way that it looks before it sets. So sometimes people will twist or whatever to do whatever they need to do with their hair. Okay, so that's the one, the outside. Okay, we'll call that the outside of the curling iron curl. I know, super creative. Okay, so the next one, and this is one probably you guys do know how to do, and this is when you actually put it in the curling iron, and then you wrap it inside and turn it like this. I'm still leaving the end out because I don't want ringlet curls at the bottom of my hair, so I'll let you guys see that in just a second. Okay, do you guys see how the difference is between these two curls? See how this one is more loose and this is more tight because I put the heat on both sides of the curling iron when I wrap it inside because I have heat on the outside and the outside and the inside of the curl. So you see how they're different? Subtle, right? But it's going to make a difference. Okay, so now let me do a different one, and this is what I've been doing lately because I've been getting super lazy. I've been curling from the bottom, leaving out the tail and curling up. This doesn't give me a curl all the way to my scalp, which sometimes I'm okay with because I just kind of want some body. So this one gives me a curl like this. So it's kind of like halfway through, and you know, if I start separating it, you'll see that it gives me, let me turn my head sideways. It's more of a ringlet curl, but I will say that after this one kind of like settles down and loosens, it's not as tight. All of these curls are going to loosen after you're done with them. And the last one, and obviously you guys know how to do this one, is just all the curls from the very bottom, excuse me, from the very bottom all the way, it's not working, there we go, all the way up. And obviously that's just a ringlet curl. So it'll curl the whole thing. Now because it's a 1.5, you're gonna get totally different curls. See how it's still super loose? So sometimes I do curl the bottom if I kind of want like a look like I round brushed with a really small diameter round brush. Because when this settles, it turns into like really loose, pretty curls instead of ringlet Shirley Temple curls, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's a 1.5 on my hair. So let me show you what else you can do. This is a regular curling iron. There's no taper. So let me get my other one. This is a Hot Tools curling iron. This is a ceramic one. To me, I don't care whether I have a ceramic curling iron or not. I know some people do because I do put protectant in my hair. Speaking of which, this. So this is what I use. It's the Chi Silk Infusion. I like it because it's like an oil that I kind of just quickly put in my hair when it's wet. I don't like the sprays because sometimes they get sticky and I don't like that and having to brush through that. But I like this and I've just never changed. So I just keep buying this over and over again. So if you need something to protect your hair from heat and all that kind of stuff, get the Chi Silk Infusion. This is like the trial size bottle. It's only 2 ounces and it lasts me for forever. I want to say like 1 or 2 years. So it's totally worth any investment or however much it costs, and it's not very much. Okay, so now back to what I was saying with the Hot Tools. Okay, so this is a tapered curling iron. So see how it's smaller down here and bigger up here? You're gonna get a totally different curl with this too. So let me get another piece. We're kind of running out of pieces. Let me move these out of the way. We'll try this one so you guys can see. Okay, so it's tapered. So I'm just gonna do a regular wrap, and this is how you would do your hair. They give you a glove to go with the curling iron. If you need it, you can use it. But I don't need it because I've done this for so long, but it gives you an idea. Okay, look how tight that curl is. Like this is super, super, super tight. And it's still really hot, so if I wanted to, I could pull on it or straighten it, try to get it to come out a little bit. If it doesn't come out enough, you can always take a regular curling iron and kind of just go down it to loosen the curl a little bit. But if you guys can see, I mean, this is like super, super curly. And the reason why is because it gets smaller at the bottom, so it really kind of brings it down into a tight curl at the end. The other thing you can buy, and I don't have one of these because I don't need it, is a version like this that doesn't have a clamp, but there's no taper. So basically it's this curling iron with no clamp. But since I use this curling iron and just the tube part, I didn't really feel a need to buy a curling iron without the top part on it because I thought it was kind of silly because I already use it the right way. So there's lots and lots of different ways, as you guys can see, that my hair is curling depending on the type of curl. Okay, the last thing I want to show you guys is this is my 1-inch curling iron. You wouldn't think that there's a big difference between the 1-inch and a 1.5, but there totally is. If I want tighter curls, this is the one that I use because it makes a really, really big difference. So one other trick I want to use, if you are having a hard time with your curling iron or you're not getting the curl that you want, one thing you can do is you can heat up your hair before you curl it. So I would just do this and I would just run it down lightly a few times really fast. And my hair is like super hot to the touch right now because how hot this curling iron is. And then I would wrap, and I'm always wrapping away from the face. If not, you're gonna have curls coming into your face. It's not very flattering. You want everything to kind of brush away from your face and frame it. Okay, so you see the difference between this curl, and the one that we did over here, which was that very first one, right? Was this one? This one. Okay. See how they're different? This is a tighter curl than this one. Okay, it might seem like really minuscule to you guys, but it makes a huge difference. Okay, so there are like 5 different ways to curl your hair. Overwhelming, right? Okay, so to show you exactly what I do with my hair and what it looks like when I'm done, I'm gonna go back through and try to curl over all of these pieces. I might not be able to get over these ones, but at least you'll see what it looks like on this side. So I'm gonna hurry and do that for you guys so you can see. This is just kind of loose, beachy curl. I don't need anything tight today, so I'll show you that. So there you have it. That was a 1.5, giving me these type of curls. You can go a little looser or leave them in a little less around the hair. So I wanted to show you. See, this one I barely left in very long and it's kind of flowing out. This one I left in a little tighter and it's a little hard. It's kind of like not framing the face as well as this side is. Anyway, just so you guys can see the difference. And yes, I totally put my hair in my mouth. I usually hold it with my lips because I only have 2 hands. But I have lipstick on right now, and so I didn't want lipstick to get all over my hair, so I was trying to use my teeth. Anyway, totally weird. You guys probably think I'm weird for doing that, but I don't care because I curl my hair super fast. So I curled my entire hair, my entire head of hair in 5 minutes. So that's what my timer just said, which is pretty good considering I have really long hair and really thick hair. I also showed you that I used the Bedhead TG Masterpiece Hairspray. I love this. I love it so much I won't buy any other hairspray, and it lasts a really long time. You don't need a lot. So after you're done, you can start, as you can see, you can kind of like, you know, start shaking it out a little bit if you want it to kind of be more loose like this. Or the other thing you can do is you can actually brush your hair. Of course I don't have a brush. Of course I don't have a brush handy. Oh. Okay. The other thing you can do, and I'm going to do it just on this side so you guys can see, but if you brush your hair after it's done, it will give you more of a uniform curl. I don't know how to explain it any other way, so let me just show you. It's almost kind of like glam. See how my hair kind of just like all like forms together? So it kind of gives you a more uniforming, I don't know, kind of a more 40s look. So do you guys see the difference between this side and this side? So they're both pretty. It just all depends on how you want your hair to look. So I hope that helps you guys get an idea of how to curl your hair. It's not expensive to curl your hair pretty. These Hot Tool curling irons, like I said, are around $40. And of course there's like a coupon. You can always use Ulta. But yeah, there's lots of choices, so I hope that helps you guys. Feel free to visit me on OurFashionMAP.com to see more beauty tips, fashion tips, travel, all that fun stuff. Thanks.